Hey guys, it's Carter looking at the chart of gold today, trading at 2,650 US dollars. I just wanted to update you on the situation here because in the last video I called for a move up to our next weekly chart technical resistance around $2,700, and we hit that level just shy of $2,700 last week and the week before. So now I want to tell you guys if I think gold is about to see a major reversal or what can we expect. Well, before we dive any further, I just want to remind you that I am not a financial advisor, so I do not give financial advice. But if you zoom in here and remember what I was saying in our last video, I said that our next level we were likely going to test was this resistance level up here. So I said this could act as a major level of resistance because of our pivots here and the parallel lines that we have connected. So I anticipated this being resistance because of the other parallel lines on the screen, and so far we have seen a rejection from this level, indicating that yeah, we could be seeing some resistance here. However, if you zoom in on the candle that we printed last week, this is not a reversal candle. So maybe the body is a little bit too thick to be a doji. However, this could be a slight doji. So in terms of what this candle means, does it mean heavy momentum to the upside, heavy momentum to the downside? It actually means neither. This purple candle you see right here is a perfect indecision candle. You have some buyers that bought the price higher than the close and sellers. So you see a wick to the upside and a wick to the downside. So it's indecision at resistance. Now, what do I think could happen this week? Well, we could go up, we could go down. That's not a great interpretation here, but we need to remember we are at resistance. But right now, I do not take this as a sign that a reversal is for sure coming. So we could ultimately head higher, but I do want to make the levels very clear to watch. We don't want to this week activate this potential spinning top we have right here. So this candle is an indecision candle, but this week is the week that matters because if we close below the bottom of the wick here, that's going to be a pretty bearish sign. So any close below 2,625 is going to be pretty bearish on gold. So we do not want to close next week below 2,625. That would indicate that, yeah, this could be a major top for the next few months. But if we close above this wick and potentially above this wick right here on this candle at around 2,685 or higher, then we could potentially head through this resistance here and see some more all-time high action on gold. But right now, a lot of indecision. We need to watch this week's candle. Remember that 2625 level this week will be dangerous to close below. So yeah, right now our momentum is still confirmed to the upside. However, we are flirting with a cross down here. We don't want to see our momentum head below the 80 level on the stochastic RSI. We know we are overbought in the long run here on the weekly chart. We know that, but that doesn't mean that a reversal has to start now. There could be a little more upside, but we are at a level that we theorized as being major resistance. We will have to wait for this week's candle. So in conclusion here, I have not jumped in on any massive shorts right now. I just don't think this level is incredibly strong resistance. I think it could be strong resistance, but I am not too sure. I would rather wait till this week's candle close to have more clarity on if we're going to head down from here or if we could continue to grind higher. All right, so we've come to the daily chart on gold for some more clues, and I want to highlight that there is some bearish divergence right here. Higher highs in price, lower highs in the RSI and the MACD. And the MACD is actually seeing a cross down. I normally wait for a few days of a cross on the MACD for a confirmed downwards cross. The MACD is not something I look at primarily. However, a cross down on the daily chart is a little significant in the short term. Now, if you remember my last video, it was just as we poked our head above this 2-year-long resistance level right here, I called for a potential retest of this level. So we are right here when I made the video on gold. I called for a potential retest and push higher to that weekly chart resistance at around 2,700. We touched that weekly chart level just shy of 2,700. Now, on the daily chart, we have some clues. We have an up move and some sideways action. So this could actually be interpreted as bull flaggish. We'll have to wait for a few more days for it to be more mature. But yeah, it doesn't look ultimately that bearish right now. We have wicks to the downside, meaning momentum to the upside. Buyers are stepping in on the little dips we see. So maybe there's a little more downside here on this chart, but I think this week, honestly, we could favor a little move to the upside. And if we get that little move to the upside that turns into a bigger move to the upside, we could be heading up towards 3,000. Now, it all depends on the close we see on the weekly chart this week. That's what I will be watching. I will not be watching the daily chart for any sort of significant next move on gold. All right, so the key takeaway of this video is actually watching the weekly chart. Watch the weekly chart. The candle we print this week will be the decider between whether we are starting to become bearish and could possibly see a trend reversal, or if we're going to continue the grind to the upside. So this $2,700 level, just shy, is a level I said could be resistance, and so far we are seeing resistance at it, but it doesn't mean we can't continue higher towards 3,000. A close above 2,685 would indicate that we could potentially see the next move towards 3,000 begin right now, but a close below 2,625 will indicate that the sellers are starting to get stronger and a potential move down could be coming to maybe 2,400 to retest this level as support. All right, that's all I have in this video. Have a good one.